Hi, this is Gerry Lewy, and I want to do a video on how to cut an Azure that is going to be cut underneath where the diamond is sitting. What you're going to be seeing here is a series of corner cuts. Basically, I'm going to turn a round hole into a square hole. It isn't going to be easy, not by a long shot, but I'm going to be using only two items for doing the cutting. That is my onglet, number 1, not number 2, but basically a number 1 onglet thinned out on both sides on an oil stone. This is the requirement for doing, I'll just get my graver right in the corner. I'm looking through the camera, not at the work. So I'm cutting a line right into the hole. That is the first thing anybody should do. Don't cut sideways, don't cut lengthways, but cut, there it is, I got it in focus now. I cut right into the hole on a 45-degree angle into the hole. And what I'm going to be doing is making a cut so it's like a picture frame. The whole idea is to make and create a picture frame round a round hole. As you can see, on this first cut, I used a number 40 flat, but look how small it looks. I'm going to show you how I start this creating a box from a round hole. I've made the 3 original cuts. I'm going to do one. Now remember, this is all cut. I'm viewing this action behind a video camera. My eyes are not even on the work, so I'm looking behind the camera. I've never done this before, but we always have to do something new the first time. So what I'm going to do now is just go over the cuts. I'm cutting into the hole, making sure that the cuts are the same as the other one. Now I finished with that. I'm going to get my favorite flat graver that's been doubly and triply modified. I'm cutting on the side of the graver, not the flat. I'm going to cut into the corner where my onglet was. I'm trying to make sure that you people can see what I'm doing. The hard part is to cut right. There you go. I'm getting my corner of my graver, and repeat it many times, right where my onglet graver cut. Flick out that extra metal. And when that's done, I'll just cut along the side of the wall. Sculpturing the metal as I go along. Another version of Azure is less tedious, less mind-numbing experiment. And this is what you should do, people, is to experiment on the basic layout, which I'm showing you now. What I've done, and if you can see it's all through the back of my camera, I can see it, is I've made 4 little cuts, similar to the beginning of that square we made, but I'm not too happy with that. You know, things happen. But to make this a lot easier is to cut 4 corners from the circle, and to get your flat graver using only the corner, cutting in towards the bottom of the hole, cutting in the corner of the hole, again the other side, and turning it around, and you're going to have almost like a square frame. So you're going to have 2 bright cuts, one on either side of the corner, and that's going to make it a lot easier for you to work on for making Azure cuts. This one, I was about 85% good on it. You know, it's really difficult. If it's difficult for me, it's going to be mind-numbing for you, believe me. So what I would suggest, if you want to do Azure cuts, again, I'll reiterate a few times, to get your side of the flat graver, not the flat itself, but utilizing the corner, and just cut right into the hole. It's not hard, not easy to hold the camera and to do the cutting. And to do the cuts, turn it around. The way I'm holding my hand is very difficult too, so I'm under a lot of stress here to make it look good. But you cut a V shape, that's the idea. You're cutting it like a V shape, again, on the other side of the corner of the hole, and there you go. What you're going to achieve is this little gadget over here, this little hole, but not like the square we were trying to do before. And it's going to be a lot nicer. And what I usually do afterwards, get my pumice wheel, and I just touch up the area that isn't touched by the graver. Gives it a nice finish afterwards. That's what you do. Just get your tapered wheel, make it a bit more sharper, and just go over the area so any extra cuts or misses on the metal will all be removed. Try to get that in focus. It's not easy with a camera, but you get the gist of it. Okay. This has been quite a, oh, there it is. It's a bit more accurate now. And that's the one I'm working with. That's what I think is going to be the better for you to work with. Remember, cut your 2 lines and bright cut. You'll get your nice cuts here and there. Don't start cutting the other corners. Just leave it alone. Be happy with it. Hope you learned a bit. It's not easy. Using the gravers for the first time. Take you a long time to figure out all the nuances, hand holding, keeping the graver sharp, and keeping your flat graver sharp. Check it against the nail of your finger. Still sharp. Okay, my friends, on to the next video.